Hi and welcome. Today I'd like to share with you some mix and match stamp sets. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Teresa Brown. I've been a Stampin' Up demonstrator for 13 years, going into my 14th, and I have some of my favourite stamp sets that I just love that you can mix and match. The Beautiful Moment stamp set, this was designed by Jacque for doing her $1 million sale. And when I saw this stamp set in the catalogue, I could just see other stamp sets going with it. So By the Dock was one of them. I could see this one going really well with this stamp set. And also A Good Man, I could see this one going really well with it too. So thank you, Jacque, for actually putting this stamp set together, because I've made some really great cards. And I'll show you some cards, and we'll make one today as well. And the one we're going to make today will have some designer series paper in it as well. And this will be from our beautiful Sale-A-Bration catalogue, and it's the Lily Impressions designer series paper. So without further ado, I am going to bring you down here and I'm going to go through it. So I've picked out the lady in the lavender field. I think it's meant to be Jacque. It reminds me of Jacque. She's a lovely person. So I'm just going to pop this on the stamp, on the block, and I've actually cut out some cards. So I'll give you the measurements. Our Whisper White is 10.5 by 7.5 centimetres, so 10.5 down here by 7.5, and our basic black is 8 by 11. 8 by 11. We're going to stamp on this, so we're going to start off with this one. So I'm just using Memento black ink, and I'm going to just pop our image down. So hopefully you can sort of see what I'm doing here. Okay, so it's absolutely beautiful, this image in itself. I mean, you can do it by itself or you can add it with others, and I'll show you some other cards, like I said, but I'll just colour this one up. And I'm going to use my blenders because they're just so quick and easy to blend with. Now this is real red. Yeah, let's go real red. I've done a real red one before, but we'll go real red again. Okay, so I'm just going to colour this in really quick. If you haven't got blenders, they are an alcohol-based marker. A lot of people have got like a Copic marker, and they work on the same principle. So if you haven't gone into that and you love Stampin' Up, then I would definitely get these markers, because they just colour and you can blend so well with them. So I'm actually just going to bring the one colour in today on our dress. Okay, so to do the skin, I like to use the pink Purette. It's a very soft one. I am going to need another one very soon, as this one is just about worn out. So I just use that on the skin tone, for the skin tone. And you can always add a little bit of browns in with it too, but I'll just leave it on the pink Purette today. I'm just going to come in with the black, because I'm going to do a little black belt on here, on her dress. So we're just going to come in with a nice black belt. And as you can see, my blenders get used a lot because they're just about dry. Let's see if that end might be a little bit better. Okay, now with your blenders you have got two ends to them. You've got your thick end and your thin end, and I've been using mine for quite some time now, and I use them in my classes too. So they do run dry occasionally. Unfortunately we haven't got an ink refill yet, but hopefully we'll get that one day. But they don't cost that much to replace them. Now with the blenders, they need to be stored horizontal. This way the ink stays at both ends. If you store them vertical, the ink will run to the bottom, and this one will dry out really quick. So definitely our new storage containers are fantastic to put your blenders in. So that's what I would go with. Okay, with the hair, I'm just going to come in and do a little bit of yellow first. This is Daffodil Delight. And then I'm going to come over with a little bit of soft suede. That's the light, dark. Come in with this one. And sometimes if you just bring the yellow in underneath, it gives it a little bit more of a highlighty colour. And you can get those highlights going through. Okay, so once we've done her hair, we need to do our flowers, and we would go with definitely a purpley type one if you're going to call them like a lavender. So this one is, let me just check, the light rich burgundy, oh no, rich raspberry I mean, which is a really nice colour for these flowers. So we're just going to colour the little flowers first. And some near her dress. Sort of blends a little bit with the dress, doesn't it? Oh well, that's all right. They still stand out. And then we're going to come in with, I think Old Olive. Old Olive is still one of my favourite colours. It's one of our original colours, and it's still one of my favourites. So we can just come over that a little bit more. So we'll come in with the Old Olive, and I'm going to use the light Old Olive. So I'm just going to come in with that, and I'm going to come in with the thin end this time, and just add our grass. They do make a little bit of a noise, don't they? That's okay. Just going to put a bit of in here. They're just so quick and easy to use, the blenders. They really are. Okay, so she's gorgeous. Now, this is the Lily paper from the Sale-A-Bration. That's one side, which still look okay from that side if you wanted to make it look like a sunset in the ground. But I'm going to come in with this one because I really like the colouring on this. Okay, where's my snail? Here it is. Now with the Designer Series paper, this is a free one when you place a $90 order. And if you bought all 3 stamp sets today, it would come to $120. So the 3 of those stamp sets would be $120, and then you would get this beautiful Sale-A-Bration paper for free. So that's a real bonus, I think so. And then your postage on top of that. But I still think it's a really good value. So we're just going to place this one down. Now you can add some words on here if you wanted to, and in amongst all these stamp sets you've got so many different words. You've got thinking of you, you've got collecting beautiful moments, you're somebody blessed, blessing, you're somebody's blessing, which is beautiful. You could use that with any of them. You've got lots of different ones on this one for you, so you could still put for you on here. I grew up loved, you can put that on there. Being a good dad would go on the other one, starts with being a good man. It's your day, that could go on here. You're the best, that could go on this one as well. Relax your way, that could go on here. So there's so many different ones, and there's also like happy birthday in this one, here for you, thank you for making a difference in my life. and I've always looked up to you no matter how much I've grown, and I think that's just beautiful. So you've got so many words on these 3 stamp sets. I'm going to put them this way, on these 3 stamp sets. And like I said, the 3 of these is $120, and then you would receive your Designer Series paper. Now, Buy the Doc and the Beautiful Moments are in our beautiful mini catalogue, so which is out now, and it goes through until June. Yep, the 2nd of June. And A Good Man is from our beautiful Occasions catalogue, which is our main catalogue. So don't forget, we have some beautiful, amazing catalogues to buy from, and yeah, and then we've got the Sale-A-Bration one as well. Okay, if you wanted to take your order up to $180, you can get either one stamp set from your Sale-A-Bration of your choice, or you can get 2 $90 ones. So you could get the beautiful paper, which is here, the Lily paper, which I just love. And if you wanted to, you could also get the Lily stamp set as well, which would go really well with that stamp set as well. And these are free. So if you took it up to 180 instead of 120, you could get both the Lily pad one. Then if you placed another order next month or the following month, during February or March, you could get the Lily dies, because this one's for a $180 order. So as you can see, you can mix and match. And I love to mix and match all my stamps and everything like that. I just love it. So we're just going to place this now onto the card. Now I've kept this one basic and a little bit simple. We can add, I was going to add some ribbon on this one too. This is beautiful, this ribbon. So I'm just going to go a little bit further because I wanted to do a really nice bow. Now the good thing about this ribbon is that you can colour it if you wanted to with your blenders, which we're going to do. So I'm just going to put that on the silicone mat because I've put snail on it. The silicone mat's really good once you put glue on it. It stops it sticking from your paper. So this is something I would suggest to have always in your craft room, is the silicone mat. So I'm just going to pop that over there and keep it on there. Now if we wanted to go that nice reddy colour that we used, or we can go nice green. No, we'll go with the, yeah, no, we'll go with a nice soft colour. We'll go with the soft sea foam dark. Let's go with that colour. So you just colour it through with your blender. I just love that you can change your ribbon to whatever colour you really want, especially this beautiful white one. This is in our mini catalogue, this white one. It's crinkled. Where's my scissors? It's amazing, isn't it? I haven't got my Stampin' Up scissors here, but I have got some scissors here. So this one comes in a beautiful roll like this. And it's, I'm not quite sure which suite that came in with. I think it was the All Dressed Up Dress to Impress set, I think it came with. But we'll just quickly let that dry and bring this back over here. I'm just going to lay that down. It's stuck to my finger. Okay. So now you can sort of see we've got some nice light green ribbon. Just stands out that little bit more on our white cardstock. And I'm just going to do a nice little bow. On this. I've got it upside down, so I'm just going to slide it off. I did the bow upside down. I'm just going to slide it off and put it up the right way because I want the tails going down, not up. Okay. Beautiful. And because I've actually put snail on the other side, it's sticking to it a little bit, but that's okay. We want that to happen. Okay, so you can sort of see you can get your beautiful little bow happening in there. And we're just going to cut these. Cut these ribbons off. Okay, now this is going to then come down onto our designer series paper. And I'm just going to pop a tiny little bit of snail just in there, just so that the ribbon doesn't move around all the time. Okay, so that's going to go on to, you know what, just going to quickly take that off, because I've actually put it on the black card as a black card. So I'm going to just turn it around so it opens up the right way. We all make little mistakes. I know, it's like just being human. So how gorgeous is that? And thank you, Jackie, for designing this beautiful stamp set. I just love it. Jackie Williams comes from New Zealand. She's a beautiful demonstrator. I've known Jackie for many years. So I just want to share some of the other cards that I've made with this set. So these are the basic stamp sets. The basic stamps, I should say, to start off with, is the two little girls, which I reckon is just absolutely gorgeous. I'd say this can be a mum or a daughter, which is really lovely. And then you've got the little kids down with the buckets. I just think these are just gorgeous. So we've got beautiful. And then I've mixed them. So in this one, I've actually brought in a Good Man stamp set, which is the little boy on the dad's shoulders here, which is really good. I've also added this lady, which I've chopped her off a little bit to about there when I've stamped her onto the bottom here. And then I've also added the boat as a little tinny by the dock, so they've worked out really beautiful. Then on this one, I added the jetty, which was really nice by the docks, and then I've added the mother and daughter, and then I added the other father and someone from here, from a Good Man. So how wonderful do they all come up? They just come up so beautiful, whether you're doing sponging or whether you use the image that's in the stamp set to do your line, your background line, or whether you sponge it, they just come up beautiful. So these are all my cards that I've had a beautiful play with this afternoon. They're all just beautiful. You're someone blessing, you're somebody's blessing. This is a beautiful little saying, and it's a beautiful little card that you can give to someone, even for a baby card or something like that. It'd be really lovely. So once again, these are just mix and match the stamp sets. And I've put my blog and my shop details on underneath. Please subscribe to me. I'd love to have more. I'm going for 1,000. So if you want to jump on every time I jump on, just fill out the subscribe button, push it, and that'll be really fantastic. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed Mix and Match. Mix and Match is just a fantastic way of putting your cards and your stamps together. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.